So this is why now King Emmanuel Charles Edwards in 1958, we must comprehend that this emblem that you see here, the red, gold, and green, the red, black, and green with the black 5-point star specifically is the banners of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress. Marcus Mosiah Garvey says, 9 miles out of the city there you shall find the Christ, on the northeastern side of Warwick Hill. Marcus Mosiah Garvey clearly says that me see, that's how he put it, me see, the archangel of the Lord, rising the banner of the red, the black, and the green with the black 5-point star. That's the words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Look in your Jahog books and you could find the information. All of this is the prophecy of King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. Now many individuals specifically will be set aside by that. But if we look at this, I mean totally outside of any sort of religious scope. I'm speaking to you historically now. This banner of the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star is the banner of Melchizedek. It is the banner of Christ. Because if you notice, this banner is the very same banner that is flown by Ghana. I'm speaking of the country referred to as the Gold Coast. When Ghana got its independence in 1957, on the 6th day of March specifically, Ghana dropped the Union Jack, which is the Britain flag, and Ghana rose the red, the gold, and the green with the black 5-point star. But this is very key. King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, an individual who everyone knows has been very diplomatic when it comes to the liberation of all people, every human being. This is why continually, even within the Black Supremacy book of King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, you could see him continually addressing his message to the United Nations, to the leaders of the world, presidents, prime ministers, foreign ministers, continually. As the priests would say, never has a leader come to Jamaica and they did not get a message or a letter or a gift from the mighty God, King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. So it's clearly understood that his diplomatic status is sealed. Now, my point is, from 1930 when Emperor Haile Selassie I, our God and King, was crowned, specifically the rise of the Rastafari movement, King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, in the layman term, could be considered, as they would put it, an elder of the faith. More than that, way beyond that, but as it is put, an elder of the faith. But my point is, his diplomatic work was from that time. And from that time, the king of the Bobo Shanti has been flying this banner, the red, gold, and green, with the red up, the black 5-point star. Not just flying it above his house, but all of his requests, all of his correspondence, specifically with the United Nations, specifically with the heads of the world, was headed by these banners. In other words, if you look at any of our documents, you see our emblems at the top of the documents. This has been done for a very long time. In other words, the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star has been used by King Emmanuel from the early 1940s, even when the brigadier had to leave his office. From that time, even specifically, the first Rastaman to write the Queen is Charles Edwards, the Honorable King. And of course, this is the banner that was presented to her. My point is, mystically, as you know, this is the mystic vibration. This is the individual who is said to be the king of the Bobo Shanti. Now, Ghana, if you understand history, Ethiopia, the only uncolonialized African country, as the emperor being emperor of Ethiopia, the only country never to be colonialized. All of the African countries were colonialized. Ghana, in 1957, is the first country to be taken out of the colonial grip during the reign of Haile Selassie I. Please understand what I'm saying. Now Ghana, when Ghana dropped Britain flag in 1957, Ghana rose the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star. No country on earth carries the banner of the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star. Only Ghana. But wait, there was a very simple Rastaman in Jamaica who has been carrying that banner from the time the emperor was crowned. But what is key here, he was not just again flying it above his house, he has been presenting this banner for years upon years to the Jamaican government, to the governments of the world, to the United Nations, to kings and to queens, and they all understand who he is because he has received again direct correspondence from the United Nations. This is why even in 1967 when Bagua Singh visited King Emmanuel, he clearly showed him that his name has been put under Rasta and no one can take it off. But my point is this, Ghana is called in the ancient language Bobo Dijeni. Please follow me. And Bobo Dijeni is the kingdom of the Ashanti people. The Ashanti people, the great warriors, the last people that the British defeated in West Africa were those who ruled Bobo Dijeni. King Emmanuel is a Bobo Shanti. Ghana is Bobo Dijeni, the kingdom of the Ashanti. And how mystic it is when Ghana, Bobo Dijeni, the kingdom of the Ashanti, dropped the Queen's flag. They rose the flag of an individual who has already been considering himself as the king of the Bobo Shanti. Years before Bobo Dijeni, the kingdom of the Ashanti, dropped the Britain flag and rose the same flag of the Bobo Shanti, specifically the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star, the R and the lion symbol. So we glorify specifically, of course, the celebration, the 53rd anniversary of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Church of Salvation, which is the Kingdom of Christ. Because when Queen Elizabeth received these banners in 1966, when she was in Jamaica in King's House, specifically on the 3rd of March, when she received them, she bowed and said, there's a man in this land, Jamaica, that no one is to molest, for in time to come that man shall be Lord over her laws. She knows the banner. She has been seeing the banner for decades. When she had to drop her first colonial country, the first banner that she saw in her eyes was the same banner of the Rastaman. And now she visited Jamaica, she was presented with the banners again. She said, there's a man in the land that no one is to molest. And she left Jamaica on the 6th of March 1966, which is technically the 9th anniversary of Ghana's independence. 9 is the highest number, and that is the 9th anniversary of Ghana dropping her flag and rising the red, gold, and green with the black 5-point star. There's a man in the land, no one is to molest. Do give thanks for the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Heart of celebration to one and all. Remember, the mystic vibration is uploaded every 7 days specifically, and tell a friend to join and come in and get the mystic meditation day in and day out. Of course, I am Honorable Priest Isaac. If you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. The biblical land of Israel, the challenge is out there. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.